Today's video, the effects of pornography on young people's expectation, health, and mindset. This is going to be a lengthy video, so I suggest you pause it wherever you want and come back to it later. But this is very, very important, all right? If you want to change your life, this is where you should start, man, all right? We're going on December. Try to make this your New Year's resolution where you will let go of pornography. Hey, I did it for many years. I had my favorite girls and things like that. So I was part of this article as well 12 years ago, all right? My journey, if you will, with sex started when I was 6-7 years old. So it led me down a road of destruction, and I slept with a lot of people, and I saw once that was introduced to me, I looked for more of it, and that's probably what happened to you. Think back to when you were a child, when you were on your phone and you first ran into a naked person, okay? And you saw porn for the first time. It changed your life, and it changed my life as well. And so we start watching porn and we think that that's reality, and then it really isn't reality, and then it affects most of our relationships. And I will put in my 2 cents into this video because I no longer, I haven't been with, I've been celibate for 12 years, and it's been the best decision of my life. I've also been holding on to my essence. I don't toss it out, if you will, and I keep it to myself. Why? You have all the vitamins and minerals in your semen. So what does that mean? Let's say you're a healthy man and you're into health, and you're into fitness, and you're into amino acids, and you're taking creatine, and you're taking protein, and you're taking your greens, and you're taking your carbs, and you're doing all these great things for you to put in your body. But you watch porn. What are you doing? All those vitamins and minerals that you just put into your body are leaving when you look at P-Hub, okay? You're throwing away your essence. It's what creates life. So if it creates life, it creates life within you. Okay, what does that mean? You repair. Maybe the problems due to alcohol consumption or drug addiction. You start repairing your body by holding on to your semen. It starts repairing your body. Maybe you have a fatty liver. Maybe there's something wrong with you. This will help you heal your body. You have to take control of your life. All right. Why should you keep it? Again, makes you repair, look younger. Also, you are pretty much strong. All right. I am 50 years old. I work out. I worked out for damn near 30 years. I started working out like 14, 15 years old. And present time, I do 115 pounds on a seated bench, tricep extensions behind my head. All right, 115 pounds behind my head for 8 to 10 reps for 3 to 4 sets. So that's a lot of weight. All right, I'm doing 225 shoulder press on a Smith machine because it's controlled. You know, I'm pressing 400 or 500 pounds. I weigh 200 pounds or a little over that. So you are strong. You're healthy. You become more masculine because you're holding on to your testosterone. Okay? That's why you should do this. All right? This is what you see, and this is what happens to you when you make yourself a priority and stop watching porn. Okay? So let's go on with the article, because this is very important for men and women. This is why we have stupid expectations when we watch porn. Okay? So if you are currently a student in college, you probably grew up with a smartphone in your hand. By this time, you entered your teenage years. This means that all the answers and your curiosities was found at your fingertips in that phone, correct? Right? As you enter adolescence, you really begin the journey of discovering yourself. Curiosity is curiosity rears its ugly head right at its peak during adolescence, and our phones hold the answers to all the questions. Adolescence can oftentimes also be the point of our lives where we begin to start thinking more about our sexual facets in life. This can oftentimes begin by allowing our sexual curiosity to take the driver's seat as we explore the internet. Access to pornography is just a simple internet search away. It can be the vehicle we use to learn about our likes and dislikes in sex. However, this begs the question as to whether pornography is the best reference for us to learn about sex, which is not. It is so realistic. And as you keep listening, you will find out how realistic it is. For many young men, the effects of pornography, for many young people, men and women watch porn at the same rate, all right? We just watch different type of porn, okay? The effects of pornography can send them down a rabbit hole to the point where pornography may become an addiction rather than a tool. We are here today to look at how porn affects young people's experience, expectations, health, and mindset. Pornography's effect on expectations. While watching porn may be a normal part of your sexual awakening, it may not be the most effective medium for learning about sex. However, it is a reality for many of us. In the absence of proper sexual education, may look to porn as our main source of information. According to Australia's Institute of Family Studies, pornography can influence a young person's expectations about sex. For example, young men expect their partner to do, and vice versa. It can shape sexual practices, with studies finding that young people may try performing common sexual acts seen in pornography. So you're watching a show, a movie that is not real, and then you assume that it is real because your body doesn't know the difference between you having real sex and masturbating. It thinks it's the same thing. These acts include anal intercourse, facial ejaculation, sex with multiple partners, and deep fellatio. Watching porn frequently can have the potential to paint in unrealistic pictures of what sex should look like. Experts call sexual uncertainty about sexual beliefs and values. This may also be related to sexual dissatisfaction, anxiety, and fear. Watching porn can be very influential and can shape your sex life significantly. And what puzzles me is, why are they talking to our children? I say our as humanity. Why are they talking to our children about sex at 4th grade? It does not need to be there. Parents should be the people allowed to talk to them about sex, not some liberal teacher or some crazy person. at your school. Okay. Watching porn can be very influential and can shape your sexual life significantly. Unfortunately, pornography does not often mirror real life sexual encounters. Young people who are constantly exposed to pornography may look to actors for guidance. And most of those people aren't people to look up to in the first place. You know, it's not normal to be on camera and doing what they're doing. Most people, you know, need cocaine, ecstasy, alcohol, cocaine, and vodka. Boom. Got the best feeling in the world. Cocaine, vodka, and a woman. Best time of your life. The Guardian. Sustains exposure to porn from young age would give young people clear instructions on how they're expected to to perform as mythical real men. In a twisted way, male porn stars also become role models, with impressionable young minds going away with the feeling that porn doesn't just portray a certain kind of sex, but rather the only kind of sex worth having. These sexual encounters cultivate a false sense of what sex is supposed to look like. At this stage in life, young people may have a very malleable brain, of course. And this inaccurate portrayal of sexual experiences adds fuel to the fire that is unrealistic sex. What kind of unrealistic sex are we talking about? Well, you know, for most men, you know, we think that, let me make it about me. When I was watching porn, I only really cared about penetrating a woman. I didn't give a fuck about her feelings. I didn't give a fuck about any goddamn thing she wanted, because put this in your mouth, put this here, put this there. You see, porn trains you to, oh, clothes come off, I'm banging away. That's not what real life is. Maybe you're a man and you have this idea that this is what sex is, where clothes come off and you have sex. Well, that's not how that goes. One of the biggest complaints about women is that most men don't take their time. Most men don't seduce them. Most men don't caress them and things like that. All right, they don't take their time to learn what she wants outside of just open up and let me go inside. There's a lot more to sex than just penetration, fellas. You know, there's a different kind of love, sex that women enjoy. All right. And that's why once you desensitize yourself from watching porn, interacting with women is so much different. I no longer have to talk to women or be around women to have sex with them, to appreciate women. You know, just because a woman wants to be around doesn't mean that she's going to get penetrated anytime she comes around here, because I don't need that. You see, when you get all that porn out of your mind, your whole body and mind desensitizes itself to the porn, where now interacting with women, for me, just interacting with them feels good enough because of my dopamine, because of my natural feeling to being around women, to appreciating their femininity, to listening to them talk, to enjoying the feel of their skin and things like that, looking to their eyes and feeling the connection between her and I. Totally different than when you're stuck with porn in your mind as a real. Okay, women to me are different now than they were when I was watching porn. You know, so it is perfectly normal to turn to porn for pleasure, but we should be mindful that the portrayal of sex in these films is anything but realistic. Instead, we should seek our credible sources to talk about sex openly. There aren't any open sources to talk about sex. That's why it is the way it is. That's why it's messed up. That's why when you would watch a movie, oh, here comes that scene, close your eyes. Even your own parents wouldn't talk to you about sex, but school does. When it comes to young people's health, pornography may not have any obvious impacts, but can still affect the health of their body. A decline in physical health is mostly prominently seen in the potential of erectile dysfunction. This is the part of pornography affects the physical health, okay? So ED, that may evolve after a prolonged use of pornography. This can be attributed to the desensitization of sex caused by excessive porn use, like I just mentioned. The 2016 review of clinical reports noted that a drastic increase of erectile dysfunction could be attributed to the development of pornography. On the extreme end, a constant use of pornography can quickly lead a man to not become aroused by anything other than hardcore porn. You see what I was saying? I don't have to penetrate a woman to enjoy who she is. See, I look at her, I'm around her, her femininity, her eyes, the way she smells, the way she speaks, her lips, her earlobes, the little hair in the back of her neck, little things. Women mean more to me now than what they did when I was watching porn, you know? Another notable effect of excessive porn use is that of sporadical arousal. Frequent self-gratification can lead young people to often become aroused at the most inconvenient time. One way to understand why this may happen is by considering addiction and how it functions. If a man becomes addicted to pornography, similarly to other addictions, it will constantly be on his mind. You see what I'm saying? Then you add cocaine, and then you add alcohol, and then you add parties, and then you add girls. See the problem? One of the largest risks that pornography poses to healthy young people is that normalizing of unprotected and promiscuous sex. That's what you grew up with. That's why you guys are a mess. Because who showed you that? The phone. And now you're out there doing it. So who's responsible for this? Your parents? The school? Who's responsible for hypersexualizing you? This is a huge problem, as STDs can be transmitted through unprotected and risky sex. Pornography effects on the mindset. Normalizing the Hollywood style of sex that pornography portrays is not just determined to men's physical health, but can also be detrimental to their mindset. We have already been warned that the frequency of pornography use can desensitize a young person to anything other than hardcore pornography, and may lead him to develop an addiction, like women getting 4 or 5 men to do them at the same time. Same thing here. They're desensitized to it because they saw it on the porn they watch. Okay? That's why women are acting the way they are, because they watched it from when they were kids. What you put in your mind is what you bring out in reality. Who's putting thoughts and ideas in your mind? Is it you, or is it Disney, or is it Democrat, Republican, left, right? Who's putting ideas in your mind? Is it just you? Think about it. Watching pornography can lead to addictions simply from the hormones that are released during self-gratification, because the brain releases extraordinary amounts of dopamine when engaged in sexual stimulation. This release of dopamine while alone will positively reinforce that isolated behavior. So what's that mean? Well, there you are at work, high on cocaine, thinking about the girl that you've been having sex with, and you start getting aroused, and you start thinking about other girls to have sex with while you're at work. And then you find a girl that you can't have sex at work, and vice versa. It is terrible because it never leaves you. You're with your girl, you still want to sleep with other women. Same with women, okay? It's terrible. We all do it because it's dangerous for us. Watching pornography can lead to addiction simply because of the hormones. This release of dopamine while alone will positively reinforce the isolated behavior. This could explain the increase of depressions, since young people who watch porn more often than those that don't. If you would like to dive more into depth on this topic, in particular, you can find more in the 2021 For Him's blog post, Pornography and Depression. So in summary, one study published in China National Knowledge Institute noted that depression was the highest in men who started viewing pornography at a young age. All right? Listen, if you go, okay, so just think about when you wake up in the morning. What is the first thought in your mind as soon as you open your eyes? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worry? Are you depressed? Are you anxious? What is it? You know what it is. So now, if you are depressed, you're living in the past. Whatever is in the past, you have to let it go. I also need help with this myself, so I highly encourage you to cut that off. We have to keep looking forward. Anyways, if you have anxiety, you are looking into the future too much, then that's why you have anxiety. Why you meditate is to be present. So you're neither depressed or anxious. You just are. That's the trick to this, okay? But with porn, it's always on your mind. It doesn't leave you. You wake up with it in the morning. It's there during the day. You think about having sex with your partner when you get off of work, and then it happens. And then you add Coke, and then you add vodka, and then you add Norcos, and then you add Xanax, and MDMA, whatever you want to add to the party, to the mix the people. It's terrible. Yes, it's fun, but it causes so much damage, okay? Depression may not be the only thing that can be influenced by heavy pornography. Used among men's perspective of women, other potential partners may also be influenced as well. Instead of viewing women or potential partners as peers, a man who has become desensitized to intimacy because of heavy porn use may begin to view a woman or potential partner solely as sex objects. And the same thing for women. They use men only for sex objects. That's why most women have sex with the top 10% of men. Okay? Because they also have unexpected views on sex because they watch a certain type of sex. And same thing with men. Okay, so Let's see. Okay, so a man who has become desensitized sees her as a sex object. Men who have a diagnosed pornography addiction also often become unsatisfied with their partner's sexual performance by setting unachievable expectations influenced by what they view, like women. That's why they sleep with only 10% of men. Okay? That's the unrealistic expectations. Okay? That's why they do what they do. That's why most women will share one man, because it's the unrealistic expectations. They expect every man to look a certain way like this guy that they fantasize about. One way to start to think about pornography is the healthier way is to remember that what you are seeing is done by professionals, professionally trained actors, and that it is not totally real. Talking more often about sex in general can also begin to destigmatize the topic, allowing for men to talk to others and see what kind of expectations they hold and if those are realistic in real life. Remember, as far as resources, Rise is always here to help or chat about reducing your risks and so on and so forth. And the thing is, guys, you have to start getting control of your life. All right? You have to stop giving out your essence, all right? Because as a man, you deserve the highest testosterone levels in your body. You deserve to get into the gym. You deserve to gain muscle. You deserve to get stronger, all right? You should be going into the gym every week. You should be writing things down. You should be going there every week, and make sure that every week you add 3, 5, 10 pounds over what you did last time. All right. You should be serious about getting gains on your body. All right. It's about you. That's what this channel is about, is men having to go within themselves to find the answers. Everything you have is inside of you. Everything. All right. And I'm just here showing you that it can be done. All right. It changes your life. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's why we're here, to help other people out. I've learned my lessons. I've been single for 12 years, and I'm here making videos because it is important for us men to get stronger. All right. So you can have the best option in life. So you can have the happiest time in your life before you get old, bro. All right. Be bold and do the impossible, because you can do it, because I can believe in you, and I will see you in a later video.